I'm Becky, my channel's What Beck Sews. Welcome back if you're a subscriber and welcome if you're new. Today's another Friday Sews where I'm going to share what I've been up to with you. Friday Sews is a hashtag that was created by Today in Jen's sewing room, and it's basically just a chit-chatty format for us to share what we've been up to in our sewing worlds, and of course share a little bit about life. It just gives us a platform and a structure that we can work through, and hopefully if you like this style of vlog, you can go out and you can search hashtag Friday Sews and you will get so many vloggers coming up and posting under that hashtag. You might find somebody new that you like. So please, after you finish watching me, of course, if that's something you want to do, type it in the search bar and see who you can find, and let me know in the comments below if you do actually find anybody new from doing that. So what am I wearing today? Let's kick this off with that first. This is the Friday Pattern Company Westcliffe dress. I made this dress in a size large, if I remember rightly, and I have used the B cup, even though I probably could have used the D cup. I actually just prefer the fit of this because I like a wrap over to give me a little bit, it's not too busty, but it's busty enough for me, open enough neckline. And I have changed the bottom of this because I have, rather than putting a ruffle on the bottom like you normally would, I just extended the A-line down to below the knee, and that works perfectly. The reason I did that is because I knew very much that I would be wearing this dress for work. I extended the sleeves down because I wanted this to be a winter style version as well, because the original pattern is short sleeved, and I do spend half my time with my sleeves rolled up, and if you've been watching my channel for a while you'll know that I do that. This is in a cotton jersey that I got from Rainbow Fabrics, and it is beautiful, and I wish I'd got more because I think I would have made more out of it. I love green and pink together, and the prevalent colours here are the pinks mixed in with obviously the green background, and it's got these gorgeous flowers all over it with these pops of orange. They're just colours that I love and I wear, and I find this dress is quite flattering on my figure as well. So it is one of my most worn makes, especially when I'm working. So what have I been up to this week? So let's start with the sewing social that I attended on Sunday evening. I attended the virtual social that is run by the lovely Sam, who is Sequin Girly Creates, and Christine from Gemini Stitches. Now, they both run this. It's all done through Google Meets. You can just join on. You don't have to take part. You can take part. You go into breakout rooms where you can have smaller conversations. It's really nice to put some faces to names of people that actually comment and watch my vlogs as well, because I've had the opportunity to meet a few people, plus names of people that have bought from my shop, Jazz and Wow, as well. That's lovely too. So that is what I did on Sunday night, and whilst I was doing that, I got quite a bit of sewing done. Now, I was able to do that because I'd spent most of Saturday last week cutting things out, and I'd made a conscious effort to do it in between going off to a 60th party. I just had some time, and I thought I'm going to use that as a session to get some cutting done. And one of the first things I got cut out was this gorgeous fabric that I shared last week. This is a French terry fabric, again from Rainbow Fabrics. I think I bought this in probably the same haul as the dress I'm wearing now. It's definitely been in my stash for a while. It's got these lovely thick stripes. Now, the odd thing about this French terry, because it's a loop back French terry, I'm pretty sure it's a loop back French terry, there is no stretch in this, or very little stretch in it. I mean, when you look at this, you can literally go, that is how much stretch is in it. It's like working with a woven fabric. So I did size up when I made this, and I chose to use the LB Pullover sweater by Paper Theory, sorry. It's the first time I've made that pattern, but it's obviously quite huge in the sewing community because it was one of the free patterns given away by the Fold line during the 12 days of Christmas, and it is a really, really nice and quick sew. Now, I actually went by my body measurements, not my finished measurements, so I knew that this would fit me, and it's got that lovely slouchy oversized feel. I'll pop a picture in here so you can see it on and see for yourself, but I think this would be great paired with a pair of jeans to really give a casual look, but it's slightly elevated, and equally I think this would look lovely as part of a comfy set, so sticking with joggers or my leggings on. So for like the retreat that I'm going on next weekend, this would be perfect to take with me for that kind of environment. Just slouchy and comfy, and I can just mooch about and enjoy the company and do a bit of sewing, and yeah. So, oh, I forgot to say that I have put a ribbed neckband on just because it has no stretch in it. And I have added a label which says, I don't know if it's going to focus, me made with love. And I just love it. The only thing I used my sewing machine for was hemming the cuffs and the hemband at the bottom. That was it. Everything else was all done on the overlocker. So then I got on with my sort of cord set that I mentioned that I wanted to do, and I had this fuchsia pink fabric from First for Fabrics. Now I bought this last year. I think it is a brushed French terry rather than a sweatshirting because of how light it is, but I couldn't remember and I couldn't find the fabric online. I couldn't find any of the emails, so we're just going with it's a brushback French terry. So I made a top and I made some bottoms. So let's talk about the bottoms first because I've actually ticked something off of my Make 9 list. Now I've got it up next to me what size I made because there was an issue. So this is a really straightforward pattern to sew up. You've got some sort of slanted pockets here. They're really nice and deep pockets as well, so they're a good size pocket. You've got this lovely pin tuck on the front of it, which just really elevates the style. And you have a choice of waistbands. You have a fitted waistband, or you can have an elasticated waistband. Now on the stock photos, which I'll pop in here, you can see there is top stitching and a drawstring through. Now I didn't do the drawstring. This was the first time I was making these, and actually when I tried them on for the first time, I realised that I got the sizing wrong and they were far too big. So although I used the fitted waistband, I ended up having to put elastic in it anyway, and I've put a thick elastic in it, so not the little piece that they tell you to, because you're top stitching, just to make sure that these are still wearable, which I think they perfectly are wearable. However, the next pair of these that I make, I will need to make some changes to the pattern, but these will do for the time being. I won't pop the picture of me in these ones just yet because I'd like to share with you the whole ensemble together. So I will pop it in, but the stock photo is there for you to see. Now, what they do is they put their patterns in colours. They put their sizes in colours. So according to the body measurements on this, and I must have confused myself when I was cutting this out, I am in the body measurements go up to a hips of 53 to 55. Now I read that as if to say, I don't know where I got my numbers from when I did the cutting out, actually, just looking at this. I really don't know what I've done here. So I think I looked at the waist measurement rather than the hip measurement, which the waist measurement is a 43 to 46 inch waist. And I'm a 46 inch hip, and I think that's where I went because I was like, oh, well, maybe I'm in the ruby and I should go up because that's 47 just to give me a bit of give. So what I've ended up doing is making them far too big. So for me, that was the big mistake there, because the finished garment measurements, because there should be theoretically a bit of negative ease in there, which there would be if I'd made them in the correct size. So in the finished garment measurements, the actual hips on this is in the red 49.5, which is why they were so baggy on me. What I actually need to make for my size is probably the yellow, and they should fit me perfect, which is 2 sizes smaller. So I'll pop a picture in a minute just to share what they look like, because I did end up putting this elastic in as a way around it. But this pin tuck here is a beautiful detailing. It's lovely and wide leg. I did have to, the pattern does have the sizes so you can cut out according to your height. So you've got like a petite inseam leg, you've got a regular leg, and you've got a long leg. Now I am in between the petite and the regular because I'm not quite petite, but I'm not quite normal either. I'm still a short person. So I ended up cut out the regular size, put them on, and then took some of the inches off the bottom. Now obviously I had cut the wrong size, so that wouldn't have helped either. So these are lovely, just so you can get a grasp of them. And because they are supposed to have negative ease, they actually don't fit that bad when they're on and how they look. So let's talk about the top. so you can actually get a picture of me in these and fully understand what I'm talking about. And as I talk about this top, I'll leave that picture there in for you to fully admire throughout, so you can get a full grasp of what the whole thing looks like. So this is the top that I've made. Now, I had a really tricky time when I was cutting out the fabric. I had 3 meters of this fabric, and I had in my head that I might do an LB pullover with this. I had, there was another pattern that I had, like a, I want to say it was the toaster sweater, but version 2 of the toaster sweater, the raglan sleeve one. Anyway, I ended up having to go through a number of patterns because these trousers took up quite a bit of fabric. Therefore, it meant that I only had a certain amount to squeeze out a top. Now, if I'd cut a little bit smaller, I might have had a little bit more fabric. So what I ended up doing was finding my Ellie and Mac oversized adult tee, which is a favourite tried and true pattern of mine, fit what was left on here, and I was just able to extend the arm out and get a cuff out of some of my scraps. So literally used every piece of this fabric going. Now, it is the first time I have done this in a French terry, but I think this has come out really well. Normally I'm making this pattern in a viscose jersey, but I do think that the two look lovely together. And again, it was another quick and easy pattern that I was able to pull together. So the pair of them, I think, look quite good. Now, I used the, I did actually use the fabric because I couldn't find, although I have got the matching ribbon for this, I couldn't find the ribbon, so I ended up having to use the fabric for the neckband as well, and I've just hemmed the bottom nicely. You can see my lovely rainbow overlocker thread there, and then I've hemmed the bottom here as well, and like I said, I've cuffed this. Now, because I've done this with a cuff and not a ribbon, I have got a slight tuck here to make it fit, because where I'd cut the cuff, I'd cut it on the non-stretchy side because I really was trying to get it out of scraps. So as a result of that, I've ended up with a slight tuck, but I don't think you notice when it's on, and it's going to serve the purpose that I want it to, of being really comfortable and nice to wear when I am away next weekend. So that is my cord set. So that was what I got done from a make's point of view this week. I haven't really had a chance to sew much this week. I've been in and out of colleges some of the week with work, which means I've been travelling around. I've been to Oxford, I've been to Coventry. And when you do that, sometimes when you get back in the evenings, you just don't want to sew. But I also got a few extra bits cut out, and I have got some more of the plans that I shared with you last week, so I'm not going to go through them again, cut ready to sew, and hopefully this weekend with my sewing social and whatnot, I will get an opportunity to do that. But I did cut something extra using this fabric here. So this fabric is a fabric that I got from First for Fabrics. This is the fabric. And I forgot that I had it, and just bearing in mind how cold I get, it's got this, I think it's an alpine fleece, it's got this lovely warm fleecy inside, and I just thought, you know what, it'd be really nice to make that into something. Now originally I bought it with a view to make a billy jumper, and I bought a matching ribbon to go with it. Can I find that ribbon anywhere? No, can't find it anywhere. I looked everywhere. Can I find my billy pattern anywhere? Nope. I cannot find my billy pattern anywhere. I'm assuming the last time I used it, I've put it away somewhere safe. So I wondered if I could squeeze 1.5 meters of this fabric and get a Stella hoodie out of it, which I have about managed to do, although I must admit, there is a bit of wonky cutting going on here, so I'm going to be doing some clever sewing here on this bit. But it's good because it's an oversized fit, so it's fine. So the Stella hoodie is a hoodie pattern that comes in the Tilly and the Buttons stretch book. I've made the joggers no end of times, and I have made the Stella hoodie a few times. And what I have done for the lining for the hoodie, I can grab it, bear with me a second. I haven't been drinking, I promise. That's my other half's can from last night, and I just haven't moved it. This is the ribbon that I've gone for, which is just a navy ribbon. So it does bleed into some of the navy colours that are in this. And that was one that I had in my stash. So I thought that'd be perfect. But I have also used this ribbon for the lining of the hood as well, So I'm hoping to get that sewn up so I can take that with me, because it will be snuggly and warm. And I have really had a problem with the cold this past week, even though the temperatures have come up. Last weekend, by the time I got back from my fairy godmother's 60th birthday, I was so cold from sitting in the house whilst they were doing afternoon tea, and we were just sat still. I mean, the house wasn't particularly cold, I was just cold, and the cold got into me that much that I felt really poorly. I wasn't ill, but I felt really poorly when I got back, and the only way to sort of warm myself up and make myself feel like a bit of a human being again was to get in the bath. And it was a really hot bath I had to run, and then I had that moment of heating myself up too quickly. So I'm just mindful of this. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling about my temperature issues that I keep having. So I did get that cut out. That is there for me to start sewing up. So the only thing I think I've really got left to share with you is what I am up to today. So it is Friday. I am filming this on Thursday. I always try and film the day before, just because of commitments, and I always use my lunch hour to do it. So it's just the way I work. So theoretically, what is today for you is tomorrow for me. I am going to be meeting up with the lovely Sam, who is Sequin Girly Creates, and Christine, who is Gemini Stitches. Now, the reason that I'm meeting them is because they are up in Birmingham for an event at Guthrie Garney, and they're spending a few days in this part of the town. It's going to be really exciting to meet them. Now, I speak to them quite a bit on social media, and I've obviously joined their sewing socials virtually, so it'd been really lovely to meet them in person. So I am looking forward to meeting them, and obviously I get to see the beautiful Adele, who is Sofa Serenity here on YouTube, who is also one of my wonderful friends. So I get the opportunity to see her today, I get the opportunity to see her tomorrow because it's my sewing social, and then I get the opportunity to see her on Friday, and I cannot wait. We have got quite a few sewing plans going together, and then I go cold turkey for a week. Well, no, I don't even think we go cold turkey for a week. No, we don't. We get an extra week then because we've got the Staffordshire social. Then we go cold turkey for a week. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Adele and seeing Sam and seeing Christine. So I've got some exciting things going on this weekend and next, and I'm meeting more beautiful people and making more beautiful memories with people in the sewing community. So that is everything from me this week, I think. I hope you're all well. I hope you've all had a chance to get some sewing done. Just want to say a massive thank you to those that have bought me Kofi's recently. I haven't got the names to hand, but I had Kofi's. Those that have bought me coffees recently, I haven't got the names to hand, but I have seen a couple of things drop into my Kofi account. So thank you very much. That money has just been moved straight into my savings account, but I do appreciate it. I will catch you all next week. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. If you want to see more content that I release, if you click the notifications bell, it will tell you when I release a vlog, and I always release a vlog on a Friday, and I try to release a vlog every Sunday. Take care, guys. Happy sewing, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye.